You recognize me? I find it hard that someone looks me straight in the eye. Welcome to, of course, nice and relaxing here. Let me just introduce you to some magical kind of music and still kind of on this Christmassy feel. So I'll be joined by Julian and Giuliano very shortly. So welcome to the channel here. Feel free to, of course, enjoy the music and come and say hello to us in the chat. We don't have an actual Q&A tonight, but of course, if you have any questions towards the end of the program, or of course in between the music, then feel free to ask us any time. We'll try and give you a shout out on that form as well. Thank you to all the recent subscribers as well. Thank you to all 1K just over that has recently watched the video from St. Neots. So yeah, let's introduce you to, of course, Giuliano, which is, of course, Giuliano Plum, as in the fruit. He's in the chat now, and he's the moderator. And hello to our moderators, as well as Giuliano as well. So this is Nicolini Orange, which is a stage name, of course. And, of course, it's time to say, let's go here, and not hear myself twice as well at the same time. So, yeah, it really is me. So, welcome along, and let's introduce you to Giuliano, who's going to take it over and explain his pieces alongside my commentary in the background.
Oh,
hang on, you're not on yet. I need to turn the camera over to you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Giuliano, and Giuliano Clowns, and whatever you call it.
Giuliano Plum.
Whatever. No, I'm not saying that rude because it sounds like a tomato.
Remember the glasses.
No. I'm the man with the glasses here.
Well,
right,
I'm the one with the shades.
We're having 10.
Can anyone hear us okay? That's the main question.
We're having 10
before you go ahead. Can anyone hear us?
Yeah. 10. We're having 10 carols, five parts, and a Christmas voluntary at the end, which I explained towards that. In between the parts, I'll give you
parts. Did you say? Oh, I thought you said something else.
No, parts.
Okay.
No.
You know what I mean by that?
Yes. Yes. First 5 is the first part, and the second 5 is the next part. In between that, I'll demonstrate a few stops on the organ here. This is the last Christmas carols coming up, and then we hopefully will change into Epiphany, if I can spell that word. Epiphany is another setting. It's still Christmas until January the 6th, and do bear with that.
Up to a point.
This is in the UK for people to watch from distance or anywhere else you are watching. Do say hello in the chat as we go along. So, any requests for next time? Do say if you know any, and we'll start off with In the Bleak of Winter. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Havoc Gorse is the composer of that, 1874 to 1934. That's when the composer was born. I don't know where he was. He might have been Austrian, and he might have been, I know it was Saxon, somewhere he died. I'm not sure where about it. So, In the Bleak of Winter, it's tune number 2, probably. It's not the other one that's famous for the choir singing. So, In the Bleak of Winter, around about 4 verses of this, and then we go on to the carol number 2. Okay, we'll start off with some flutes.
Hello and welcome to Nice and Relaxing here, and it is Nicolini Orange with the commentary along the way here, as we usually do, and sometimes we let the music just flow into your ears. Jack is on the chat here. Hi, this is great. I wish I could play the piano. Thank you very much for that comment, wherever you're watching from tonight. Do actually tell us where you're from. Are you watching from anywhere in East Anglia? Do let us know. And if you feel that, of course, because I'm actually going to put it on the chat now, if you just bear with me, I'm just going to put a link here on the chat. Are you watching from Haverhill? Thank you very much. And of course, if you think that we deserve a coffee, you know, for the hard work and effort that we put into our videos, we just want to explain that to people as well. That, of course, it is choice whether you want to do that or not. Also, it's a choice whether you want to support us as well. We don't force people to actually donate if they don't want to, but of course the choice is absolutely up to the audience. Because I've had to clear that up with somebody that keeps asking the same question. So I put the link of Buy Me a Coffee, and of course I've reduced the price for a January sale of £3. All proceeds go towards the channel, if you wish to support us in any way. If we can get some thumbs up, that'd be great. We're playing some Christmas songs because actually it's the last time we're going to be doing that. And also, Christmas songs, it's a sort of good reflection before it all finishes very, very soon. So thanks to all of the subscribers that have made it towards our channel. Over 500 subscribers recently, half a century. With more of your support, we can continue doing what we are doing, which is what we do on this channel, is that we love what we do. Isn't that right, Julian?
Absolutely.
With your lovely glasses, you look like A.D. Emerson there. I just thought I'd make a bit of a joke. Makes you laugh, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Hopefully we see some of our mods in the channel here, making sure that everything's running smoothly as per usual, whoever the mods are. If there's any mods out there, come and say hello tonight. If you do want to be a mod, it's probably best to get in touch with us. Where do you learn to play the piano? Where do you learn to play the piano, basically?
Well, you start having piano lessons, and then you work your way up from then. You have to have a piano teacher for a start. I did when I was younger. It's school days. So you have to learn from that. Yeah.
Which is best, the piano or the organ,
Well,
in your opinion?
It's a difficult one to say because it depends on what people can play. A piano is different, completely different to an organ, as you probably know. It's a different touch. It's quite a different touch.
What's the best way to start, Julian?
Well, obviously the piano, because you've got to get the right the tunes and the notes and the right. I'll explain that halfway through.
Jack says, "That's great, well done."
Thank you. If you want to work your way up to the next step, the level, which is the organ, the keyboard what I've got here, that's the way to work. You know, so if you want to start on the piano, you start on the piano. It's like a saxophone and a clarinet, similar sort of thing, but on two different instruments. So the next carol will be in G major. That's what you have to know: a G major and on the notes on the chords, as well as same as the organ and the piano. There might be a different level on the organ and the piano as well, because a piano is a bit longer keys and a bit thicker, You haven't got no pedals on it. You only got central pedals for piano. And it depends how big the piano is as well. And you have to tune the piano as well every time. It does go out of tune. Electronic ones don't go out of tune as much, only the pipe ones. So we have Ding Dong Merry on High. Now,
by the way, if you have any requests, do let Julian know. Come and tell us in the chat, and we'll try and suit your needs if it's relevant, sort of thing. Julian will be delighted to play it tonight.
Absolutely. Now, Ding Dong Merry on High is a French melody. And it should sound.
Good evening, Strawberry. Our mods are in the chat tonight.
Strawberry's here. Ding Dong Merry on High. Ding Dong Merry on High. Heaven bells are ringing. And ding dong, vary the sky in the ribbon. The angels singing. Glory, glory, gloria. Hosanna in excelsis. Not the Chelsea football team. I'm afraid. So we have three verses of this. And G. They are different in different keys. There's one in B flat and one in G. This one's a traditional French melody, arranged by Charles Wood, 1866 to 1926. But I'm going to do this version, Ding Dong Merrily High. Hope you're ding donging, ding donging, and thing fang foo, whatever you are doing. So, Ding Dong Merrily High is the next tune. Here goes.
The reason why we're playing Christmassy songs here is because it's still kind of Christmas. If you still got your Christmas tree up. Jack said he has to go, but of course, thank you very much for tuning in to when you have been tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in for a small amount of time. We do appreciate that. Obviously, we hope that people stay towards the end, but of course, if you have to make an appointment, then thanks for letting us know. Thank you, Jack, and that's from our mods there, who's in the chat. Hopefully we'll see some more mods coming in, and if anyone just gets to know the channel a bit more, maybe you could become a mod if you're a bit shy about it first time round. Ding Dong Merry on High, I think it is. Right, I pronounce that right? By the way, is the sound okay? Can you all hear what I'm trying to say? If you can't, let me know. If you can, let me know as well. Give me a yes if you can hear me. Give me a yes if you can actually hear my voice behind the scenes here. Nicolini Orange. Starting off with some shades. Clear speech, good. That's because we got our main microphones on. That is why.
That was Ding Dong Merrily High. And now we go to a softer one. This one, away in a manger. Somebody called it. Used to be called it away in a mangy.
So if your name's Wayne, away in a manger.
Wayne and a manger.
Could be anyone called Wayne, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, away, not a home.
Right, we're itching to get mad here. We've got to put these shades on here.
Okay, away in a manger.
Put those shades
on. The music, well, the melody is by W.H. Kirkpatrick, 1818 to 1921, if you know your history. Ooh, it should be like something like this.
So, away in the manger it is. Put those shades on, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, I'll come on camera for a bit. Unless I fall over. Hang on. I'll flick the camera this way, it's much easier. Hang on. Does that look cool or just that? Look cool. I'm reading the comments on here. So I'll be able to catch up with you whilst you listen to Juliano playing away in the background. By the way, of course, I'll remind you, of course, it's by choice. If anyone wants to, of course, buy us both a coffee or tea, because you might think that's a lot cheaper than a coffee, then the choice is yours. If you feel that we've deserved it. Obviously, we've got to deserve it. So, yeah. Also dancing to this as well. Are you speaking to me or are you speaking to both of us? my microphone fluffy thing, which is called a windshield, I think, is sort of a bit on the loose side, but of course I'm getting there. Should we say, oh, it's gone now. What were you trying to say? Never mind.
Right.
We continue with the show here.
That was a Wayne and a Manger.
I can't see at all with this last one.
Little Jesus
Had
laid
pasta
down
for
in
tea,
his
cheesy
sweet
pasta, nice.
bed. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay. Little Lord Jesus sleep on the hay.
Do you know what, Julian? Before you go on, I had 2 meals at the Spoons, and you treated me to a takeaway as well. So, yeah, that's because I didn't have any breakfast this morning. Basically, I literally didn't have any breakfast this morning. So,
right, the next carol on here is a little town of Bethlehem. My version of it, it's traditional English medley. Now it has a discount, but I'm not going to break any discounts. It's, I think there's about four verses of this one. It's number 3 in the carol book. I'm not going to do any arrangements apart from myself, but arrangement by Julian. Now, little town of Bethlehem.
Okay, before you proceed with that, I do hope that we get to see some people that have recently subscribed, maybe from the St. Leon's video, which has had over 1k views, which has been fantastic. It really shocked me to bits. But of course, we keep doing these brilliant sort of videos, and some more to come, by the way. We'll tell you about that a bit later on, if you stay with the one you're on. And keep with the one you're on as well. Hello to Bill Taylor, you're in the chat here. Some people missed our Q&A recently, and wasn't on the chat, but of course, yeah.
We continue on to number 4, Carol.
Welcome to the show tonight.
We continue with the fourth carol of tonight's first part. A little town of Bethlehem, how still we see the lie. Above the deep dreamed sleep, the silent stars go by, yet the dark street shineth. The everlasting light, hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. The 4th verse starts with, O holy child of Bethlehem. Oh, well, there we go.
Is that water you got, Julian? Sorry?
Beg pardon?
Is that water?
Yes.
It is. It's not lemonade then?
No.
So I know you had a beer the other day.
No. Okay.
By the way, hello to everyone that has just tuned in this evening here. Now, I just want to say that I've put a post on the Haverhill and Local News, and it's not about buses, by the way, although there is a post about that, but I won't talk about that right now. But it's an old picture of course, the old former White Hart in Haverhill, which is no longer a pub, it's now a sort of housing association, that kind of thing. But it used to be known as the White Hart Pub, and there's a picture of course, a quizmaster by the name of Dave Hitchcock, which has been flooded with comments on that since I posted it. And the picture was taken in 2011 because I had the camera to be able to do it. I missed that camera because, you know, I lost it in Newmarket once. But yeah, that's with a guy called, well, the picture is actually on the group now, and the picture looks like this, by the way. I don't know if you can see that very well. This is Dave here, and behind there is Lewis Bacon Rice, a guy that he was sitting next to. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. But anyway, the Quizmaster he was known as, and there's been flooded of comments on it saying how wonderful the guy is. And the reason why I posted that is because I hadn't seen him in absolutely ages. I wanted to hear if he was around anywhere. Somebody said, pleased to hear that Dave is okay. Of course, this person used to play in the same quiz team many years ago. Happy days. Somebody said, remember Dave well? He was well liked by all that knew him, but apparently he's still alive and well. And there's a comment from one of his carers there. Somebody said they remember working with him at Project Office Furniture. Dave used to work there in the late 70s and early 80s, and this person used to see him a lot with his sister, who used to run the Clements Post Office in Hayville. So yeah, some really good flooding comments on that about Quizmaster Dave. If you ever get to see him, he is a Wolverhampton fan, and he wants a bit of fame. So yeah, why not give that a bit of fame?
Right, the next carol to enter the part 1 is See Amid the Winter Snow. We haven't got any snow yet, but we did have a couple of months, not months, a couple of weeks back, or 2 or 3 weeks back. Some people might still have snow in America. And this one is for that reason. The music is by John Goss, 1800 to 1880.
Good evening to you, Nikki Gibbs, another moderator in the chat, I
Evening,
believe.
Nikki. Good evening to you. This is See Amid the Winter Snow. We have 5 more carols, and then we have the voluntary at the end. If you want any questions in between that, feel free to ask about the organ and about the music. If you like the music, do say. If you don't, well, you go and buzz off somewhere else. Or, if you don't like the music. We're not forcing anybody to do it.
4 thumbs up, that's great.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much indeed.
Right,
Really
See
appreciate that.
with the winter snow. There might be some snow in somewhere else, not just UK. What we did have. So when we finish this one, I'll demonstrate a little bit on this organ, about a couple of minutes on it, and then we do part 2. I'll give you a clue in that one. Where we're doing part 2 will be Holland the Ivy. Anyone got a daughter called Holly? I know somebody has on a channel called Holly, but I can't remember their names. But
Oh yeah, I think
we'll do
I know
that.
who you mean. Yeah.
Yes, Holly. I'll explain that in the next part in just a second. See the winter snow. I don't want that down there.
That's a bit old now, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
But it's still Christmas, isn't it, apparently?
Well, we're still Christmas until January the 6th, just before my birthday. So, which is the 7th, if you want to know that. I'm not going to say my birthday now because it's not my birthday yet, unfortunately. I wish it was my birthday every day, but it doesn't seem to be worked that way. Anyway, never mind. See, the winter snow, born for us on earth below. See the Lamb of God appears, promised the eternal years. And it goes into the chorus. Hail thou ever blessed morn, hail redemption, happy dawn, sings for all Jerusalem, Christ is born in Bethlehem. And I will do, according to that, I'll do the 6 verses or so. A little bit longer, but it should be okay. It should start this. Little introduction there.
Robert, it's 7th of January, Julian's birthday. Easy to get mixed up. Glad you're feeling better, Strawberry, by the way. Having eaten cheese pasta. Who here eats cheese pasta? I'll put my hand up to that, I think. By the way, all the track listing is on the description of this channel, so of course if you missed a song or you're not caught up with it, then of course all the listing is on the description. loading.
Yep.
Are we coming into part 1, is it? The end of part 1?
Yep.
Right, okay. I know where we are now. Julian's clearly written it on the description. And welcome to nice and relaxing. And hopefully my voice will go with you tonight. Whatever stresses that you have had, we have the cure. Whatever the poison, we also have the cure as well. Yes, Strawberry's got it right this time. Fortunately, he won't be able to travel anywhere on a train on that day. Thank you very much, Strawberry, for that. Saying my voice is very, very relaxing. Just in case you can't see the chat on the screen on the replay. Sometimes it doesn't always show up. It takes a while to come up sometimes. If you notice the thumbnail, which is basically a picture that represents the actual video that we put up on each video, it's different each time. And of course, I will get my Strawberry to actually say one day what picture actually suits the video. I tried to make it as best as possible, but it's always nice to have a second opinion. By the way, of course, I must mention this, $3.99 for key rings, which is quite a January sale price. Not until the 17th, that's Wetherspoons times. You notice, of course, the Wetherspoons January sale is on now. Started on the 3rd of January 2023 and runs up to 17th of January. Hardly a January, isn't it? But rush and grab it while you can. And of course, the price cap of a single fare each way in most places, most bus companies are capped at £2. And the best of it is make the most of it until March. You won't get it after that. The price will go up after that. So make sure you use the bus beforehand.
Amid the winter snow.
Yes, hopefully there won't be any snow. You know, get rid of the buses, not allowing them to go through and that kind of thing. Hopefully there won't be any snow. Oh, my camera went a little bit sort of funny there. We do apologise about that.
Come to the.
That's all right. Good job, Julian. Stop playing, isn't it?
We're going back to Holly and Ivy in a minute. While we continue here.
For those who want a key ring of touring with us, they are available.
Right, okay.
We've got some available. We need to get rid of them.
Now that was the end of part 1. Before we go to part 2, Holly and the Ivy. Now I'll give you a small demonstration on this organ, what I've been using. Now, what I've been using was a brass and the 16-foot together, and it sounds like this. If you have the brass on its own, it sounds like this. It sounds like, what are you laughing at now, doesn't it?
No, I'm not trying to show the feet. It's the stand, a bit like a gimbal. It just goes a bit funny sometimes.
A 2-foot flute sounds like a 1-foot thing. Is it like jingle bells? If you had the 16-foot, that.
Julian's doing a demo at the moment, just in case you're wondering. Talking about demos and keyboards and all that kind of things, and there's some fantastic keyboards out there that I've spotted on YouTube, and it's definitely worth checking out. I was trying to get Julian to play Sasha in Ecuador, but of course it might be a bit fast for him.
The nasal flute sounds on its own.
One that goes dun, 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 dun. You know that 90s dance track?
16-foot a harmonic nasal, that sounds like this. Another one, another nazard, which is a fifth and a third bit, so it's only a bit lower.
That's very catchy, that is. Of course, show a bit of your pedals, Julian.
Right down the bottom, it's only a small lot of pedals down the bottom. You can hear it very, very faintly. D, C, D, E.
Take your shoes
F.
off and try it with your shoes off.
Oh, no, go on, no. G, A flat, B flat, C, C.
It's over there
And
somewhere.
then you've got 8 foot down here. 16 foot. You have got a bass guitar on it. You can put the pedal board up as far as it'll go. That's the pedal board. There's no reed on the pedal, no couplers to it, like there's on behind me, and there is a reed, and that does come on the solo presence. I will demonstrate that in when we come to the end of the carols, as you will know. It's a saxophone instrument, and it's I use it as a reed trumpet. You can have the trombone sound like this.
Yes, we know you like different sounds. We won't say anything about that.
That's with the brass and the oboe.
Something that smells differently.
Oh yeah. If you want to hear the oboe,
Smells of burgers.
if you want to hear the oboe on its own,
I love the smell of burgers, by the way.
If you hear the oboe on its own, it sounds like this.
Anyone like the sound of burgers and sausages?
You can hear
the smell of it.
You can
nice, isn't it?
play like
Baked beans as well.
You can play like
That's usually joy of man's desiring. It's very difficult to play that, isn't it?
And that was Jesu's Joy of Man's Desiring with the oboe.
You can play that on another day.
You'd be normal.
Sort of a piece that you play at a wedding.
And you wouldn't play. You wouldn't play it this way.
That's a bit dancey, isn't it? A bit
and so on.
Perfectly played that time, and you hadn't even rehearsed it.
Yeah, but that was fast. But
Makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there was another bit to it anyway. There is strings on here, a string 8 and a 4. I'll quickly show you this. That's high strings 8. And then you got a high fix.
Whilst Julian is doing that, because he's doing a bit of demoing here as a bit of a breather here, I've got my lovely GB News mug here, which actually cost how much? Well, of course, cheaper than some sort of places, but yeah, of course, I got one on the line and it took about 2 weeks to come last year. It's definitely worth getting one of these. You can get other sorts of things as well, breakfast with Eamon and that kind of thing.
I'll give you a note to see there, by the way.
And my coffee's cold as I speak here. Oh yes, oh yes. I was speaking in a posh tone. Oh my goodness, I'd be beginning to sound like Jim Davidson. Oh no,
let's go on.
I can't even get that far. This is not a relaxing show, but this is entertainment. Of course, the comedy entertainment.
Okay, can we start the part
Let's get back to the nice and relaxing. Oh, that was perfect.
Right, okay, part 2. Part 2. Holly and the Ivy. Has anyone got a daughter called Holly? Not Ivy, Ivy is on the trees. English traditional carol. I'm going to just do...
Yuck, coffee cold. I'll make sure that you have some next time. It might be good for you. Warm coffee is better.
We have 5 verses of this. And then we're going to have...
Decaffeinated.
Let me finish. We have 3 verses of...
I can't walk it.
And then we're going
I can't walk to the microwave.
Unless you're married and... Okay.
Sorry, Julian, I'm interrupting you.
Don't interrupt.
Sorry, Julian, it's all part of the show here.
Yeah, don't be fooled.
I'm talking over you.
Okay,
It's alright, you can tell me off.
A little bit of an introduction there.
Got to have a hot cup of tea. Not a fan of coffee. Fair enough. Each to their own. If you have decaffeinated coffee, it's actually better for you than normal coffee. I've actually got normal coffee. Occasionally I have it, not all the time. I was actually going to drink a bit of beer tonight, but I was supposed to drink it on New Year's Day or even New Year's Eve, and I never got round to it. It's still in the fridge. It will last. By the way, of course, there's this thing about milk. I like a lot of milk. It's good for those people who are going through pregnancy at the moment. But what I would say is, I know there's some really cheap deals at the moment. Maybe it's a January deal in Iceland. I managed to grab an 80p 4-pint milk, and it has not gone off yet. So even when you think the sell-by date has gone off, some things, just some things, are still in date. In other words, of course, they're not gone off. So it's a way of getting you to buy cheap kind of stuff. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be milk, but I'm just using that as an example. That's something that I've discovered, and my milk tastes fine at the moment. There's nothing wrong with that. I sniff it to make sure it's all right, but the milk I've had in this coffee is doing me a hell of a lot of good. You can also freeze milk as well, so it tastes or lasts longer. Sorry, yeah, I agree with you there. I've never tried it though, but it's a good idea. Now I want to do a chat vote tonight. Give us a yes if you actually want Julian to go to Hatfield one day and wear a hat.
There you go, hot in the ivy. I'll have that for a turn up. Well, we go to Of the Father, to number 17.
How long we got? Of course, yeah, it's nearly coming to the end, but
Top five, Of the Father. You've
about,
got Silent Night. You've got Silent Night.
coming up to 14 minutes gone on the clock so far.
Of the Father, 3 versions. This Silent Night, we've got God.
Okay, we've had an answer quick before you go on, Julian. Go back to what you're saying in a minute. We put a vote, very, very exciting vote, whether Julian should go to Hatfield when the trains are back to normal, and hopefully they are, with a bit of touch of wood. And of course, yes, somebody's moving things about here. We put that purposely down there. It's all right, we're on air.
When you finish, pull that back.
Yeah, we will do. Yeah, it's probably better for us there. Anyway, so yeah, I think Nikki from Hertfordshire said 100% yes, you should, with a hat on. That means you've got to have a hat whilst we walk down there and maybe do a live.
Well,
take you to the spoons, Julian. It's a massive Hopsfield Hole, I think it is.
Well, for Nikki's,
I think you've got to get a bus there to the Galleria. Does anyone know?
Hang on.
Does anyone know here where the Galleria is in Hatfield? Sorry. In Hertfordshire, obviously.
Who thinks Nikki should come to Ivo?
Oh, yeah, give us a yes if you actually want Nikki, one of our moderators or mods, to come to Haver and meet up with us and Strawberry.
Right, okay. Of the Father's love begotten, ere the worlds began to be, he is Alpha and Omega, he is the source, the ending of the things that they are, that they have been, and the future years shall see evermore and evermore. I'm going to play it here. See if you notice the key. The key is an E major here. I'm going to transpose it to E flat. So you'll notice the difference between this key and this key. You want to tell me what the difference between that key?
I'm not a musician, so I don't know.
So if
Nikki comes Haver, yes.
There's a difference between
or Barry.
The difference between that key and this key.
No, don't come to Barry. No, actually, Barry's all right.
What is the difference? One's higher and one's lower. Yeah. That is the answer to that. Okay, I'm going to go lower key.
Right. So our other moderator, Strawberry, says that Nikki, and maybe Scott as well, because Scott does come in the chat sometimes as a moderator, and Kim Smith which is a little bit difficult for her because she's come from America, but she does tune in from time to time. That's our other mod, and we thank them so dearly for what they have done, and especially Nikki, who's been our long-serving moderator for a very, very long time. Bury is a rubbish town. It's not that bad in places. I personally wouldn't want to live there, no, but of course it's alright to actually visit. I like places to visit, you know, and of course if you've been in the town long enough like I have been, Haverhill and Sturmer, I would say, of course, you sort of want to go elsewhere, you know, but when you move to a place, you want to get out of the place, so it's kind of like weird. Say if I was to move to Cambridge, I would, you know, get fed up with Cambridge. Or if I was to move to Great Yarmouth, maybe I'd love Great Yarmouth a bit more. But I mean, with Great Yarmouth, after a while, you know, you'd probably get fed up with the place, wouldn't you? You want to get out of it to go to like Galston or somewhere nearby. I'm talking of that. Just want to talk while I'm on here. There will be hopefully a couple of videos coming this week. It's been a bit of a difficult one because of course, permissions and all that kind of thing. It's all down to that everywhere you go, unfortunately, as the rules stand. But I've got permissions for one thing. You'll find out what that thing is probably at the end of the week, Sunday, which I'm looking forward to, and it is a hotel in East Anglia. I think it's in East Anglia, or might be just on the outskirts of East Anglia, but of course it is slightly further afield. But it took an hour and a half from Cambridge to actually get there to this place. From Cambridge, that's the only clue that you've got. And obviously some videos coming up, hopefully, you know.
Okay.
I've had to change a lot of videos and edit them and all that kind of thing.
One.
So we'll tell you that about that bit more details a little bit later on,
right,
and remind you again.
We have Silent Night now, questions again. So this is for Alex Bailey, who hasn't been in the chat for a while. He wanted this one.
Alex Bailey is in the chat, is he?
No, he's not in the chat. No.
Oh, he hasn't been in the chat. I haven't seen him.
No, he questioned this one, Silent Night.
But yeah, you played it before though. Are you going to play it again now?
Yes, I'm playing it again.
Playing it a double dosage
of Silent Night by
for
Francis,
Alex Bailey, if he's in the chat somewhere.
Melody by Francis Rubber, 1787 to 1863.
By the way, Strawberry said Haverhill would be nice to see Nikki, as she said, I need to see my new friend. She needs to meet new people. We all like to meet new people, which is great.
Okay.
Wonderful people that we have in this planet.
When everyone's getting rid of their lurgies.
Oh yeah, the lurgies. Has anyone got any lurgies still left over? I don't want any. I got all over that, you know, about a few weeks ago. Right, okay. And it took a month to actually get rid of it.
That's Silent Night before everyone is silent.
Yeah. Okay, this is a chill out one here. Sorry I'm talking over the tunes here. The reason for doing that is because I want to explain things as well, and also, of course, to have a bit of a chat with you lot to make it more interesting, and some of these songs I can sing to, which we can to a point, because some of these songs are out of copyright, although YouTube get a bit funny about some sort of songs. But of course, on that note, as I reduce my level of my voice here, and some people say I've got a wonderful, amazing voice, as I now chill out with this one, and my confidence has grown with it as well. But yeah, the other reason is because, of course, as I said about copyright issues, and of course, yeah, it could well be with that, because you never know what Julian's going to be playing. He can't think of his own arrangements very often. I have to be honest. So yeah, if there's anyone from St Neots, or anyone that actually watched the St Neots video of late, give us a mention and we'll give you a mention in return. Strawberry, we need to give away those we're not actually giving away, but of course we need to talk about our merchandise for the channel, and all proceeds go towards travel expenses and things like that. You know, to just keep us going, to make us more videos. Well, for us to make more videos in the future and to keep you lot entertained. Lots of love going your way, Nikki, tonight. Yes, we also send our love to Nikki and Scott and her family out there in Hertfordshire. It's a long way from here. I believe you have to get a bus to the Galleria, which is near the Hartsfield Hall. Spoons, which is quite a big spoons actually. A lot of steps to it. Next time I'll look for a downstairs toilet, I think. Nikki says lots of love back, which is quite nice. So this is Silent Night here as my voice goes with you. Are you all chilled out with my voice at the same time?
No,
Just shows that I can do it when I can.
we come to
Well,
God Rest You Merry.
4 minutes to, of course, 50 minutes mark.
It should be.
I've been going for 46 minutes so far, which is brilliant.
It should be God Rest You Every People, really. But
Okay.
We've got God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
Thanks for the thumbs up, by the
Have
way.
we got any gentlemen in this chat? No, we have.
Probably have.
We've got 4 verses of this.
Any guys out there?
English.
Any girls out there?
English traditional carol. God Rest You. The arrangement I've got in the book is John Stein at 1840-1901. I'm not going to play that arrangement. I can play my own arrangement of this, which you probably hear the saxophone to it, the reed saxophone towards the end of the last verse, or the last verse. You'll hear that towards the end.
Okay.
God rest you merry gentlemen, let nothing dismay, for Jesus Christ our Saviour was born upon the day, to save us from the Satan power when we were gone astray. Its tidings comfort, joy, comfort and joy, and its tidings comfort and joy. That's the rephrase on the first verse. English traditional carol, God rest you merry gentlemen. And that's what we need to do, get the rest and join in with the music.
Absolutely. So thanks to all the mods that have actually told us that the signal and the sound is coming out loud and clear. I do have a loud voice anyway, but of course, yeah, I thought I'd show my face here. It really is me, Nicolini Orange here, and thought I'd show you my face for a little bit here. And tell you the actual answer. Does anyone here know how much this would cost? Do I have a guess? It's cheaper than other mugs that have been on YouTube, for example. Well, our mugs will be a lot cheaper than this. So there are prices of $8.99. So anyone like to have a guess from now until the end of the show? Then I'll tell the actual answer. Sounds cool, doesn't it? $9.99. No, it's $8.99 January sale. Like the buy the coffee thing. January sale, and we'll do it right the way through to the end of January for the coffee or tea. Because we've now got our buy me a coffee or tea up and running now. Took a while, but one day we'll have some things to sell on there for merchandise for anyone that chooses to or wants to buy anything, you know, to help towards the channel. That's what it all is about. Comfort and joy, and not the other word. Please don't use the other word. We're not going to swear on the channel here. So I'm doing several things here, doing a bit of presenting. I'm doing a bit of camera work as well, and holding up my GB News mug as well.
Right, we're coming to the
And
end
no,
of
I'm not affiliated with GB
Carol.
News at all.
Carols now, so we're going to have one more. We have one more carol. If we've got time, we can do two voluntaries in time. Because the other one is a short voluntary. I'll explain that. We had it last week or so. I'll explain the voluntary in a minute. Oh Come All Ye Faithful is the favourite carol by words and melody by F.J. Wade, 1711 to 1786. Arranged. This was arranged by William Monk, but I'm not doing.
Talk about the mugs in a minute.
The World Cup arrangement. I'm doing my own version of it. It's 4 verses of "O Come All Ye Faithful." Joyful unto triumphant, come ye to Bethlehem, come behold, born the King of Angels. O come, let us adore you. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Now that's the final first verse of that. And yea, Lord, we greet thee. That always verse always comes on Christmas Day. If you play it beforehand, you obviously leave that verse out because it's born this happy morning. Jesus to thee, a glory given. Word of Father now refreshing, and back to the O come, let us adore him. Now, it has a big climax to this organ hit on this one because it's the final carol.
So let's go. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Nikki. Yeah, thank you very much for your comment there. She's basically saying, of course, these men, are you talking about us? I presume you are. It's nice for men to entertain us. Beautiful playing, Julian, as per usual. Thank you very much for your wonderful comment there. Entertaining the ladies. We certainly do our best as well. And talking about the mugs here, as I promised to talk about, they are $8.99, and they are all types of mugs. Touring with us, possibly even with platform as well. We could do that one as well, and maybe a different one as well. Social TV. Has anyone heard of that? And we don't often use that very often, but that is the last one we ever did. And it is a YouTube channel, but I just haven't uploaded any videos of that of late. Might do that at some point. So yeah, that may be coming in the future. But for now, it's just the main one, touring with us. We love Hayville, UK, and we love East Anglia. Has anyone noticed the photograph with me and Chairman of Wetherspoons, Tim Martin? That was taken, the photograph, probably around 2019, in a spoons called the Red Lion in Thetford, where I'm hoping to head for a video or possible live, or both. I look forward to that, and hopefully you can all join me for that. It's a nice little small town in Thetford. You can either get the bus from Bowes Lebanons to Thetford, and it takes usually about 45 to 50 minutes, depending on traffic. But you can also get there on train once the trains are running. Otherwise known as choo-choos. Broom brooms are the buses, apparently. If there's any kids watching out there. This is "O Come All Ye Faithful." I was going to sing, but I don't think I'll give up my day job. Well, there's no evidence I've got one.
a nice little.
Thought I'd do a bit of zoom camera mode there.
Now,
it's not often I do zoom mode, but of course, yeah, it's hard to get it back
presumably
once I
I've got time
zoom
to
in.
do,
It's the only reason why I don't do it very often.
Yeah, I've got time to do two interditional carols. Not carols,
Choo choo broom broom.
Okay, this one.
Or just the broom.
This one is the
Remember
voluntary,
that.
the main voluntary. This one is a very a short voluntary.
If you actually say brum there, sorry to interrupt, if you say the word brum, it means Birmingham. I think you're from Birmingham or something like that. Brummy, I think the
Now, this
actual
one,
word is.
This one is called a small version. It was on the King's College, Cambridge, TV version of Christmas Eve carols. This one's always played at the end because it's a short one. It's called Vom Himm Hoch, der Komma, ich höre. That's in Germany. BWV 606 by J.S. Bach. The English version is I've come down from heaven above. Now you will hear the it end up with in a grouchy sort of chord at the end. As a special, now we'll be playing the Dalcio Jubilee as well. So that's to finish off. That would be the one normally at the Radio 3 on the Radio 3 service at the end of that one.
So what's that all about, Julian?
I'll explain to you in a minute after this one.
No, so what is it then? It's been played or broadcast on that channel?
Yeah, that
on Radio 3, yeah.
That was on Christmas Day. On Radio 4.
Brum, a yellow colour. It's also a name for a brummy as well, a short abbreviation of a brummy there.
Right, let's go to
brummy.
Let's go for this.
If you're from Birmingham.
Let's go for the first of the last one, first of the two voluntaries I want to do, and then that would be it for Christmas until Biffing time. I think.
Childhood memories, strawberry.
This is the chord. Chord D major.
Give us a note, please, Julian. I've always been known for that. A note, please.
Not a £5 note.
No, you'll lose that.
Right, here we go. Vom Himm Hoch. Come on, it's
Anyone heard what happened to my team Southampton tonight? Well, actually, they were playing at Nottingham Forest at home, bottom of the league, no surprise there. But I can tell you, the manager of Nottingham Forest looks like Judge Rinder, so we lost to Judge Rinder. Fancy losing to Judge Rinder, eh? Has anyone seen Judge Rinder?
Now we're going to the Dalcio Jubilee, which is called Sweet and Rejoicing. I played it last time, and I'm going to play it this time.
Nice music.
Especially for you.
Nice music.
An A major. It's called Dalcio Sweet and Rejoicing, and it's the same as Dum 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 Please
Whilst Julian is playing that, I just want to remind people, if anyone fancies a Wetherspoons breakfast, of just a normal breakfast at the Spoons, anywhere in the Spoons, it's just come up on my app that it is the curfew of 12 o'clock now. It used to be 11:30. Now, I don't know why they changed it to 11:30 in the first place, but I won't be talking about that. But of course, it's now put back to 12 o'clock. So if anyone fancies a breakfast in the morning, they can get there in time.
Yeah, this one is a bit tricky, but you move on as you have to do. We work way up.
And did anyone hear that Burton Evans Spoons, the corn exchange, was shut due to a leak? But I think it's now open.
Well, this wouldn't be really leaky if I mess this
Did
one
you
up.
hear about that, Strawberry? Because you're in Bury.
Okay. In Josie Jubilo in Switch Rejoicing by J.S. Bach BW 729. A nice Asian major chord. You'll see why in a minute. This is a piece 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages long. So you should be alright. Okay. It should be starting like this.
That is just a nice thing to say, Strawberry. She has a lot of child memories. Well, yeah, one is Sooty. I'd like you to laugh, because we were laughing at the Matthew Corbett version of Sooty, especially when he was playing golf, and I could not stop laughing. So, yeah, I just couldn't stop laughing. I didn't know what to expect next. It was just purely so funny, because I've never seen TV like that for a long time. Just a subject for anyone here. Gives us yes if you are a fan, or you're not actually a fan of, yep, spoons. Any spoons fans out there? So give us a shout if you actually are a spoons fan. Give us a yes. That's lots of drinks. I presume that means a yes. Come on, we need some people saying yes, they are a Spoons fan. But yeah, I think people are just keeping up with what I was saying earlier. Sooty is one of my favourite childhood memories. Well, my one was, of course, Matthew Corbett. Was actually his real name was Peter Corbett, and he's now retired. The actual actor now. He had a bit of illness during the lockdown, but of course he's recovered now. So. Actually from Yorkshire. I thought he was from Manchester, or he's actually near Manchester, not far from it. So any Witherspoons fans tonight, come and give us a mention. Yes, that's one. Any more before we finish tonight? I'll tell you very shortly how much that mug down here is actually worth. That one down there.
We enjoyed that piece there.
Oh, Julian speaking. Sorry.
A fantastic piece of play. I mean, you have to have a big old play, really. But it's a nice little.
I've missed going to Witherspoons for a long time.
So,
since you went with me.
So, I hope you enjoyed the Christmas carols for the last time this year. Well,
we're talking spoons here.
The next hopefully will be
Juliano.
Epiphany ones will be like As Men of Old, or Great Men of Old.
Strawberry says she missed Witherspoons. She obviously misses the Corn Exchange.
Oh yeah.
Our local.
Yeah, As Men of Old,
and the Drabbert Smock as well.
We might have Righteous the Best, that kind of thing. Oh, Worship the Lord, that would be another Epiphany one. There's lots of Epiphany ones. When we get to general hymns, you could pick as many as you like. If you like general hymns, that's what I'll be doing on that one. So there you have it. There is your organ tour and your carols.
Is that it? It's gone so quick.
Any questions on the organ and the carols? And hope you enjoyed.
We'll turn the camera around in just a moment. When you finish.
Sessions and what you have heard and what you haven't heard. Do drop us a line and tell us any questions like Jet did earlier on, how you play the piano and how you do the notes. Just ask that. You can do that. And if you like any of the stops on the organ, they're not fantastic stops, but they're nice sort of stops or nice sounds to compare with the other organ which needs fixing. For a new prayer, it's got a slight buzzing sound on the pedal board G. It's the light switches on, but it goes zzz, it's as if it's a humming noise, and it's It's probably something at the back needs pulling out, and the pedal board needs pulling out. It's a hard job for anyone.
By the way,
who's looking for work.
So does anyone here like Julian's glasses? For a second, you do look like you're Jim Davison with glasses.
Well, yeah,
I've actually seen Jim Davison in 2029. Oh, Dennis Taylor. Oh my goodness me. It's getting worse by the minute.
There we have it.
I'm paying you by the minute as well.
My name's Nicky Gibbs. I'm looking in.
From Hatfield. So
anyway,
move it around a little bit.
Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Until next time, when we do the 50th show. So
hello,
50th. Hello, everybody.
I'll try to squeeze in. I haven't actually got a chair to sit on, so I'm going to have to do it like this. This is our chance to have a chat with you lot out here for a little bit longer.
We have a little bit longer, 5 minutes or so. Any questions?
Yeah, it's a short one tonight because we did one the other day. I don't know if anyone actually saw it or saw the replay, but yeah. Thumbs up is always great. Yeah, 5 thumbs up. Amazing.
If you have subscribed, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Free of charge. Hopefully, when you get a little bell, you can do that. I mean, as far as I know, as you see, this is the North Triforium of the organ here, and in a virtual cathedral room. It's not a cathedral room, but it's like a music room, as you say. Hope you enjoyed the music, which I played today. And
this here is the thumbnail here, because I'm actually looking at that at the same time. If you look at that's Pease Hill, and not very far from there is the actual spoons of Haverhill. It's probably just to the left here. I'm actually showing you on the opposite side. It's probably around that way. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a picture next time of that. So yes, it'd be good to meet some people in the spoons in Haverhill at some stage. So
hope you do have a good New Year, not a grumpy New Year. Unfortunately, do stand by with us until next time.
Well,
any questions? Quickly, questions before
I would have the key rings to show you, but they're in the other room. So what I'll do is I'll take a photograph and put them on the community section. So if you want to basically have a look at the key rings of what we've got about 3 left, I think. 1 is what we're going to use, and we've got 3 left. So if you do want a copy, feel free to let us know. And of course, hurry while stocks last, as they say. So get in there before they sell out fast.
We'll say thank you to the audience that have been watching tonight.
Any more questions? If you've got any questions, feel free to ask.
Or any question for next time, you should know by now. It's now if you can tell me 2 comedians or jokes.
Miss my Bessies, Nicky, Julian, Nick.
That's not a question.
I know deep down.
That's not a question.
Really,
that's not a question.
Has a strong sort of sense for us.
A question here for the audience.
I sense that now, right now.
Now, if you are a comedian, do they write their own jokes or do they get their scripts written for them?
Who's that?
Someone thinks they get this. Yeah, if it's like stand-up comedians.
I thought we were comedians at one time.
Well, do you write your own jokes or is it script writing?
I don't know. We're like Smith and Jones, aren't we?
Like Tommy Cooper, just like
Anyone
that.
remember Smith and Jones?
Just like that. Do you know what? I've got a shade on my head. I'm saying I have a shade late. Who would like a comedy?
Wasn't like I've got the lurgies, isn't it?
Who would like a comedy show?
Who'd like a lurgies?
Who would like a comedy show done by me with my hat on?
Can't believe somebody said the lurgies.
The show's not over until the keyboard ends.
The big person,
the
big person over there sings.
Well, whatever it is. Lord bless you and keep you and bless you and
6 thumbs up.
Thank you
so much.
And do stand with us. Keep the channel going and tell your friends that come on the channel. Don't be frightened to say anything.
You can't beat a bit of touring with us.
As long as you have a clean chat.
Not a bit of bully, as they say in Bullseye.
Nothing for 2 in the bed.
Not tonight.
Nothing for 2 in the bed. Keep out of the red and in the another colour. I can't say any more than that. So,
Yes, you can.
I don't know. This is
Keep out the black and in the red or something like that.
Yeah. This is what you would have won.
A boat.
A boat.
A microwave. A dishwasher.
Could have been a slow cooker.
A bully special prize. Well, Julian's special prize. It's a GB News mug.
Our special prize.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you what the price of one of these. Can anyone guess for a few seconds or so? Can anyone guess how much it would have been? You know, how much one of these do you think that they are worth? Comedy show your Julian. What? Your hat on Julian. So that means you've got to go to Hatfield.
Hatfield? Oh,
I've been there, but I didn't wear a hat. That's the only difference.
I'm not going to eat my hat on it.
No. Don't really collaborate well. Anyway,
It's like sniffing
it's like the show that never ends.
It's like Morecambe and Wise.
Morecambe and Wise, yeah.
Well, it's like the two Ronnie Barker.
Nicolini and
comedy show with you on Julian. Yeah.
Hat on Julian.
I had to remember some jokes.
You have to buy my other hat that Strawberry gave me about a year ago. Remember that hat? You know.
Did you ever?
I still got the scarf.
If you got a mobile, have you got a text send? It come from God.
It's God sending it.
It's a God send. Someone threw a hot ash at me at church.
I was incensed.
There we go. I have incensed you.
Yeah, well, I walked into a church with a mobile phone. It was pray as you go.
Oh yeah. I found some
Comedy live. You don't get it on YouTube.
I found some straw.
Probably get demonetised in a minute.
I found some straw in a church. It's called Christian Bale.
Okay.
There we go. There you go. If I can remember that. So anyway, folks, any more questions? And we'll leave you in quick.
Any answers very quickly? Sorry, Julian.
Yeah.
Any answers on, of course, how much you think this is worth? Yeah, because it's got the logo of GB News and the People's Channel, or Britain's Channel actually. I thought it was the People's Channel, but it's there. But how much do you think that's worth? Okay. Any guesses very quickly? I'll tell you the answer, just for fun. So yeah, Nick, get your crocodile hat on. Oh, very funny. It's a Crocodile Dundee, isn't it? Yeah.
No pantomimes.
I wondered what that was.
No pantomimes.
I thought it was a cowboy hat.
No,
I generally thought it was.
No pantomimes or
I generally thought it was.
No pantomimes.
You know you're saying this out loud, you know?
I know. No pantomimes, no behind you. I can see you.
So,
oh, no, it isn't.
Have a guess.
Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is.
Actually, Julian, have a guess, Julian.
About £9.
£9. Any more guesses on £9?
Any more than £9?
Yeah. I think you really know it, but
I'm only guessing.
You're just guessing.
I'm only guessing. Any more bids on £9?
I thought you were psychic.
Any bids on £9? How much would you reckon that mug will cost?
Come on.
Come on, £9? Is it any more than £9 or is it less?
Well, actually...
Come on, give it a go.
No one's bothered to have a guess, so we're going to have to tell you the answer.
Nick, get your crocodile hat. No.
Smiles, Julian.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, Strawberry, tell us, how much do you think this mug is worth?
Otherwise you'd be mugged.
You can get one yourself, actually, when I tell you the answer. $8.99, Nicky Gibbs. Ooh, interesting.
Okay, just
maybe I should do that on each mug. And if anyone buys our mugs and see if they can remember how much the mugs are, you know, for our mugs, you know. They're not quite as sort of logo-y as that, but of course, probably to some extent better. But of course, yeah.
Does anyone think I'm a welder?
You could say that again. You're saying that out loud again.
Absolutely, yeah.
I thought the mug was $8.99. No, $8.99 is the Touring With Us mugs. So, well, of course, we will tell you the answer, actually. It is worth £12.
£12.
Strawberry said £8 for the mug for this one. It's not a Touring With Us mug. It is a GB News one. And we bought this online, and it took about 2 weeks to come over Christmas. And it was £12 exactly. So, of course, that is not a bad price to some people, but I thought I wanted to support their channel and what they're doing,
ladies and gentlemen,
and of course ours is a lot cheaper than that, so yeah, so
I'm going to get some grub
won't mug you.
I'm going to get some grub down it and finish.
Okay, yeah, otherwise it'll get cold. Anyone want to treat us to a nice little takeaway?
Well, keep an update for any updates of any lives.
Subtraction, take it away.
And I take that away to you and leave that racing through your mind. Thank you much.
The question for you lot out there, is maths a good idea at school these days?
No, stay on.
Well, we've all got calculators, haven't we?
Oh yeah, but they don't put fractions on there.
No, but I mean, is there anywhere in a job that actually needs that?
Well, something doesn't add up, does it?
Something doesn't add up, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, my maths is not very good.
Well, you know, it's all about opinions.
Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
Until
Nicky said they're both cheeky. Oh yeah, we could be called the Cheeky Brothers.
Well, anyway, wait till you
You're cheeky as well. Come on.
Wait till you meet the cheeky boys.
We're all cheeky.
Okay.
We're human beings at the end of the day.
Anyway, we're gonna have that. We're gonna eat all that grub.
More cheekiness to come next week when I see you.
Thank you, Nicky and Strawberry and whoever's in the chat.
Do
and
keep
Bill.
up to date with our videos as well, and I do hope that we can get another lot of 1K views on our other videos.
We'll see you next time for updates.
Exactly. There should be something coming up from near Cambridge this Sunday.
Stay safe, everybody, and cheerio.
Yes, I just want one thing to say very quickly. I'll just squeeze this in, if I may. That as I say, and carefully and politely as well. And I would say that we've got a couple of videos. Hopefully, they'll be coming up from this beautiful hotel. And that's all I can say. And of course, mark my word. I do have permission for one thing, and not the other. So it is kind of like confusing. You know how things go these days. I think Strawberry knows what I mean, but of course we can't say too much.
I'll be waiting. I
mustn't say too much on air.
I'll be waiting a birthday message or birthday on Saturday as well.
Exactly, so we can say happy birthday to Giuliano.
Yeah.
It's been Nicolini Orange and Giuliano Plum, as in the fruit. From both of us, we wish you a very good night. Good night.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Bye. That's it. Game over.